Welcome guys back! My name is Zenki from the Xros, and today we talk about the BT12 tier list. Yes, BT12 coming soon, like in a month coming. We have in the pre-release, and then a lot of decks, a lot of meta decks, a lot of support in cards. Like you played now your Beelze Cup smashed and won the Beelzemon stuff and like that. For me, going super well, I won 2 Beelzemon. I'm pretty happy about my Beelstar deck. Yay, Beelstar Mommy. And yeah, and we have a giveaway sponsored by our sponsor BR Yu-Gi-Oh! Shop. Check it out, best stop in Germany that you get your Digimon cards and other stuff they have. Check it out, link is down below. Really nice store, sending out to Europe. You can buy their stuff because they sponsored our giveaway. Yeah, today we having 3 of the collection illustration rare packs. They're getting 8 cards in it. There's illustration, you can Google them up. Then we have 3 Beelzemon with 2 promos in it, so 3 packs, and coming with the Beelzemon starter deck. So we have a huge prize to win. What you need to do is subscribe to my channel that we get the 1,500 subscriber. Send it to all your friends. Send it to all of your friends and say, best giveaway. Send it to them, like the video, and let me know what is your next favorite deck, what you want to play in BT12. And let's go into this nice tier list. Watch it till the end. Okay guys, we're right now at the tier list, and I want to show you guys which decks are competitive and which decks get support, which decks comes new. You see a lot of decks down there, and we go through it. This will be a little longer video like always, but watch it till the end. It will be helping me. Mastermind having a rough time at the moment, was a Black Greymon deck, and decks are getting much faster and evolve and getting higher and higher support, and Mastermind didn't sadly take the L in this particular set. Last it was pretty nice support, but I guess they didn't got any more support in the BT12, so I think it's still playable. It's a tier 2 deck, but it didn't come near to tier 1 or tier 1.5 to dominate and go. Alphamon, yeah, it seems to be in more sets to wait until this deck becomes support. The hits are pretty high up. I think you can play this deck in a mono color tournament. It's pretty nice, but I will rate it as a tier 3 deck, maybe next set. And next set, the BT13, you get EX04, but BT13 it gets support, and then it comes a little bit higher up. So pick your cards and copies from Alphamon because they're spiking up. Bakramon. Oh, we have 2 Beelzemon here. I'm sorry, I didn't want to put 2 Beelzemon here. Bakramon. Bakramon, let's see what this card does. Digicross 3, Darknightmon, and Bakramon. When you will play this card, you might play specific cards from your hand and battle under it. Each place card reduces the play cost. This is pretty nice because it has 16 play cost. It is a secret rare, to be honest. On play when Digivolving, when delete one of your opponent's Digimon, then you might place up to 5 Digimon cards with the Bakra army, trade for your Trash Evolution cards with this Digimon. What is nice because it costs 6 to evolve for a level 6, and level 5 costs 9, so I have both opportunities to evolve it. And opponent send when the opponent's Digimon evolves or attacks by trashing 5 cards, return the Digimon wisdom cards, and all tamer to the owner's hands. So it's a pretty nice strategy to build or block around Xros, and some Bakramons are or did top in the Japanese meta, but I think it is sadly, it's 1.5 because it got a lot of support. Xros tamer, Xros, X-Hunter, and Bakramon like Blue Flare are Xros decks. Material safe is pretty broken, and this card is pretty strong as well. Specific matchups they will play it, like X-Hunter, like hybrids. They need tamers on board, and if you bounce them, that's pretty high. And we're coming now to a card we don't want to show, or I don't want to show because it's so broken, like Beelze X. Like Beelzemon itself got a whole structure deck and support, and now get the Beelze X, you get another X card from here. So did you have one from your Beelzemon, or when Digivolving, if the Digimon has Beelzemon or X antibody in its distribution cards, trash a top card of your opponent's security deck for every 10 cards in your trash, what is pretty nice that it comes in early or mid game. On deletion, you might play one Digimon card with Immon in its name from your trash without paying its memory cost. So if people are saying, oh, I play security control this meta or security control deck-based deck or Mastermind, I trash your cards away, and it's like pretty broken. But not, it's not at all. We're getting a lot of support as well. I need to go to the second page. I'm sorry, but we have here Astamon. We have here Balmon X Antibody. Balmon you play as well in your builds. You can pause if you want to and watch this Balmon you play as well in your builder decks. We have the Impmon X Antibody. So this deck is getting a lot of support. Like you have Wizardmon X Antibody. Like you have a lot of support. And this deck is pretty fast and broken, milling stuff, gaining memory, destroy something on board, or play more cards off, hyper evolve into something, and then go with off the boss monster. This deck is broken. I don't know how much it will dominate the meta, but I think for itself it won't be one of the best free decks. Blue Flare. Stunning stuff on the board is right now pretty good because some cards on the board are stick on it, and then swing for game, hybrid tamer based deck. Hybrid and tamer, yeah, tamer based because you need Xros, and hybrid based because you can play hybrids in it, but it's pretty nice, like Kumamon and stuff like that. What is pretty cool. And EX04, this deck shines again. This deck will be so broken, but right now I will put it as a tier 2 option. The best tier 2 option we have right now. But we will see how it evolves EX04 comes out. Okay, Machine Dramon. We come into Chaos Dramon. So Chaos Dramon X comes out. This artwork is pretty amazing. Like, holy. You will have 2 from Machine or Chaos Dramon, what is pretty nice. Out of your main, place 1 Digimon card with Cyborg or Machine Trash. When you trash at the bottom evolution cards of this Digimon, also Digimon gains all the effects of Machine Dramon and Chaos Dramon in its Digimon evolution cards, so it's pretty nice with some huge effect we're having. Our turn once per turn, this Digimon will be deleted, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So if this comes out and you're having a huge stack on board, your opponent's like having problems to deal with this. And I think this will be a nice 1.5 deck. It comes like sometimes in clutch and your opponent can do something, but sometimes you sit there and need some pieces to go through. Now we're coming to this deck. I don't know where to put Commandramon. This is the problem. The thing is about Commandramon, it is a Rookie Rush based deck, what is pretty nice, and you can build in 2 different builds. But I think you will be tier 3. The option cards you're having in black is pretty strong. I don't deny that, but it's like heavily annoying to have this. Then we have Dark Knightmon. Dark Knightmon gets a little bit of support in this set. Some few cards are exchangeable with the Knightmon. So you can have a little bit of support, not the greatest support what you're having, but I think this deck is also a rogue. DGG Wolf pop something on board, having stuff on board, like having black options, having you can play Bagramon in it and the new support as well, because you can evolve up to it. They're playing right now as well. So it's a pretty nice base deck. So Rogue, like Dragon Link as well. If they have like multiple Hinas on board and you can Digivolve or have something like in your hand, you lose this deck. And like Dorbigmon and Volcanichamon are big OP dragons as well. They're strong. Hybrids, they can evolve from level 5 from 2 cards from your trash, or having like itself effect pop something and then your DP pop, so you have 2 pops with the new boss monster, your boys getting a lot of DP rush, and you have a lot of strong stuff like Pokémon in the meta ride. You can play Pokémon. Having a lot of excess of plays with hybrids, this deck is tier 1. This thing is, you have a lot of DP, you are a lot of fast, you are tamer based deck, but Bagramon could be counter you, that's the thing, but you are hell of strong. Like, you're getting a new Aguni, you're getting like 3 stuff. Like always, you can play a Tamer, or you can play you can play a Digimon. Tamer, Digimon, Tamer, Digimon, and then you come always up this bad boy like Hyper Spirit with Agunimon and the Burning Greymon, and then you need a Tamer and can evolve up to it, and then you can go into your boss monster for free, or have security +1, delete something on board, and if this have a red Tamer and it's illusion card, but you always have, delete one of your opponent's Digimon to be less or equal to the Digimons. On the you can play a Tamer as well, so you don't lose any value with these cards, and you can place a lot of stuff in it. So it's a really high aggressive fast deck. What this makes pretty annoying. Examon. I will put Examon as a 1.5 deck near tier 1. The thing is, Examon can deal if you have the board with every deck right now in existence. So in Japanese they played as well the BT13 or BT12 Cup, I guess it was BT12 to be honest, not gonna lie. And Examon won there, so this deck can deal with some decks as well, what is pretty nice. Then we have Gaiomon. So Gaiomon is for me because we having Wargreymon stuff here, so the Gaiomon purely because some people are playing Gaiomon. For me, it's still a control deck, and you can play it, but it's still tier 3. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes not. That's the problem. Galamon getting support, like you see here. Galamon get always support, so this deck is always coming everywhere and seen everywhere. In the monocolor tournaments, it's pretty clutch. It got raid, and when did you evolve, need one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. When attacking, need one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If no opponent was deleted by this effect, you can trash the top card of your opponent's security deck, what is pretty nice. So you have always support, and for me, Galamon is the playable deck tier 2, and it is pretty strong because it gets always support and are a fan best deck. Green Bug is for me a rogue deck. It is pretty strong if it comes out and clears something, but I think you are not fast enough to deal something. Right now promos are not banned, you can play this deck. It's pretty broken and getting a lot of hyped up, but in the last or in this meta it didn't even do something as well, so for me it's rogue. Bloomlordmon. Let's see what we having for our little bug. You getting not so much support for we have a warm one, was pretty cute. You have not so much support in the set. They're like more based on other stuff, but Quartzmon is a hell of a card. Digimon 9 from level 5 with save in the text. When Digimon suspend all of your opponent's Digimon and all Tamers, as you can evolve it for 6 over your level 6. Suspend all other Digimon and all Tamers, and for every 2 suspended Digimon and Tamers gain 1 memory. All turns other than this Digimon, all Digimon and Tamers don't unsuspend. When attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then trash the top card of your opponent's security stack for every 5 suspended Digimon or Tamer you have right now. And as we see, we have right now here a Tamer based deck. There are more coming, like Xros Hunter and stuff like that. And I all the time like Bloomlordmon is hell of strong, and getting more support with burst mode and stuff like that in the next meta. So I don't right now. Defixmon is a 4 counter, and Beelze and like Kaiser can destroy a lot of things on board, what is pretty annoying. So we'll put Hydra as near as tier 1 to come, because they can come clutch off and goes that's the thing. Then we having Jesmon. We come to Imperial because it's a little bit longer for than Weng. He love Imperial Demon. Jesmon for me is still a playable deck. It comes out with a GX combo and can deal stuff with you, so you have a lot of problems to deal with this board sometimes and coming through. Loop, getting a little bit support, but Loop is for me rogue, because you can never underestimate the Loop. If it comes out, and it comes out, but if it not, you need a lot of turns and combo pieces, and other decks are like faster right now to have problems. Armor Rush. Armor Rush is rogue for me as well. This deck is not getting so much love and support, but it can come clutch off. It have a nice good effects to control with it, but some things that delete and swing over it are having a lot of problems or swarming out. They can't deal with this. Xros Minerva Loop. So right now the list that we playing is hell of good, hell of strong list and card, and I will put it at 1.5. It seems having support. We have extra support, but they coming to it later. We have support for this deck as well. It didn't get banned, so I think it could stay where it stays right now in tier 1.5. Not tier 1 anymore. I think it can come to up to tier 1. Depends on what meta. But the thing is, like, you have a lot of pop effects, what you don't like. You have save as well, 100%. But the thing is, you then need, again, a lot of cards that you can do and stuff like put 2. But Xros is tier 1.5 near tier 1 as always. Okay, right now we are back at it because I am ill a little bit, so sometimes I pause just not to worry about you. The Tigerumon, simple, just tier 1 deck because again that nerf and you can still play it since BT9 and it's pretty strong, bounce nothing back on board, what is pretty annoying and having a huge threat and going it's pretty, yeah, it's like tier 1, we can do something about it, so yeah. Mother is for me tier 3. Maybe next set. Some people play Mother, some people come to it with an idea and come, yep, this deck is good in this meta, and are seeing access, what is pretty nice. Zakuyamon, maybe next set you're getting a little bit better. You get a lot of support. This deck is getting EX04, like bombs, like skyrocket in the tier list. Rogue, it seems some place like here in the German, it got tops, but lost in top 32. In Galacticmon, I don't know where to put it, but I think it's a rogue deck for me. Wargreymon Red, still playable deck, pretty strong, can do stuff and not getting much support, but aggressive red version, like going in, is pretty nice. Then we come to all, so okay, we have like security control deck. This is always tier 1.5, like we don't need to circulate that. It's pretty high amounts of player playing that, coming with through lists versus the meta and then seeing success, what is pretty nice. And now we come to all of the new decks, what's coming. Xros Hunter is a new theme deck. You're getting an egg that you draws a card. This is this one here, this is the Monimon. Then you're getting a lot of support. This is a king version, this is a Shoutmon, you're getting support, but it has support as well for the Xros, so there are 2 combined. So the Ikakimon is the Xros Hunter card, and the theme about this deck is having your boss monster that can swing. So it evolve, so you make it a Digicross and you evolve it to have save. When you evolve, place one of your opponent's level 3 or low Digimon at the bottom of the illusion cards, and off another of your opponent's Digimon for under an opponent's tamer. For each tamer, there's different color you have to play at 1 maximum level, so you can choose by this effect. And you swing with your boss monster. It has cards giving him gemming, cards giving him +1 security. You have a lot of search. And the thing is about Xros Hunter, what is pretty cool. Xros says play a tamer, play Digimon. Xros Hunter says play Digimon, look at the top cards and play a tamer out. So it's a difference. But this is hell of a strong deck, and in Japan it has a lot of success. So it comes into tier 1 spot, what is pretty nice. Shaigreymon, bro, wait until we get rune mode. We have like getting the Marcus out of your man if you have Greymon. Agumon is named by paying 1 memory. This tamer is also treated as 3000 DP Digimon, so Marcus Punch coming out in our set, but with the burst mode it gets a light, like hell of a strong, and with the new cards like skipping evolves, this deck will be like hell of annoying. I will put you as a tier 2 option, but in BT13 you can come higher up, my little diamond. Ulfos, hell of a strong deck with Ulfos X as a support card. We are getting Where's My Boy is. Where's My Boy? I have this deck in full high. I love this deck. Here we go. Ulfos X Antibody. Did you have one from Ulfos when you have an unsuspended Digimon or one of your blue tamers? So you have again Arena effect, body usable. All turns once per turn, with Digimon become unsuspended if you have a blue Digimon in play, or if Digimon have Ulfos in the distribution cards, return one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to its owner hand, what is pretty nice because you can bounce 2 times right now, but you helps to come over some things. And for me, it's tier 1 easily as well, what it helps you out. You're having Xros right now with the X7 version. You're having a new boss monster coming out. This is Shoutmon Superior Mode, Digicross Infinity, and you can take all Digicross cards from hand by placing one as a shop when we reduce the cost. So it's 15. You can place, like, if you're having a full X5, X7, X5, X4, X3, like, you can put all under it and then play as a huge deck, what is pretty nice. And you have a little bit of support, like I showed you before. And in Japanese, it has a lot of success if they haven't had the ban list for X4. So for me, this is a 1.5 deck, both with it, but maybe some of these decks will evolve, or players seems to find the way to play these decks, and they promote it to tier 1. Greymon is still tier 1. Greymon X got nerfed. This is pretty good for some decks like Ulforce or like Metal Garurumon, but this deck's having like a full straight Evo line with a new Wargreymon boss monster coming out, what is pretty nice, and these cards are synergized with a new tamer, so you're playing as a black base and you're playing with your Thai, and this deck succeeds in Japanese as well, what is pretty nice. Impiadamon sadly didn't get that support that we wanted to. These cards are pretty nice and good, so we're having a new Evo line and stuff like that, like you're getting a new fighter mode, you're getting a new Impiadamon, you're getting a new Xvmon, you're getting Vmon search, like stuff like that. But your boss monster, when you also spend all of your points each with no delusion cards, then return to your suspended to its own hand. But it's pretty nice, so you need cards to having no delusion cards to help you to stake out. And returning Imperial Dragonmore from these delusion cards to its own hand, place all of your opponent's suspended Digimon at the bottom of the owner's deck instead, what is pretty nice as well. But Hydra do the same, like for cheaper, and this Digimon gets 1000 DP for each color Digimon cards, while there are 2 or more colors gains security +1 and blocker, what is pretty nice. So these cards are pretty good, but not that good that we want to. So for me, it's like the best tier 2 deck. It's still playable. It can have success with this deck, but you don't know where to come it. I will put this as my tier list right now, so have it. Each decks are pretty good in tier 1. So you can play, and the last 3 of these are coming as well. So you have a huge meta with huge decks where are pretty nice, but I think Beelzemon will dominate this meta. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tier list. Subscribe and like for the giveaway, and tell me what you think about this tier list. What decks will be tier 1 or tier 2, or did I something missed? Let me know in the comment section down below. Have a lovely day. See you in the digital world.